In a quiet neighborhood in Aurora, birds were chirping, pedestrians were walking by on the sidewalk. But one moment changed everything. A mother heard a gunshot in her own home. When she went to go check out what was happening, she found her 3-year-old lying on the ground with a gunshot wound in him. A 3-year-old was seriously injured inside his own home, where he should have been playing around with his toys with his siblings, but instead he was rushed to the hospital, Children's Hospital of Colorado, and doctors trying to save his life, him fighting for his life, all because there was an unsecured firearm in his own home. Police are still trying to investigate what happened. They don't think the 3-year-old shot himself, but they think someone inside the home was handling a firearm when it went off. There were other children in that home too, and now that family is facing fear, pain, and so many unanswered questions about why did this happen? What could we have done to prevent this? But it wasn't just this family that was affected. The neighbors were shaken too. Some even brought to tears. There was this one neighbor that shared that his son was killed by a firearm accident a few years earlier, and hearing about this child just brought all those emotions rushing back. All those memories of losing his child back. These stories are so preventable, and it's heartbreaking. Heartbreaking to having to see your child like that. Heartbreaking to see a child suffer all this just because there are so many laws about gun safety and gun prevention that just aren't put into place, that protect more of the guns than the children, than families, than communities. Because when you think you have something hidden, kids are curious. Even when you think that you're hiding the gun, they're gonna find it. When you leave a gun unlocked, even for just a moment, tragedy is gonna strike because they're curious. Children are curious. Children are meant to be playing around, trying to see what they can learn about the world. That's why gun safety experts say that firearms should always be locked, unloaded, and with ammunition on the side. In Colorado, new laws are being put into place to help prevent this. In Colorado, new laws are being put into place to prevent tragedies like this. A law passed in 2025 requiring guns to be safely secured, even in cars, having a lockbox in your car or in your home to make sure that it's secured. To House Bill 25-1250 helps provide education and resources for families about gun safety, making sure that they know what having a gun means, having children around that gun means. Programs are also being funded to prevent gun violence and suicide, giving families tools to stay safe. Tools to stay safe. These might seem small, but they can be a life-saving difference. Even with all these new laws, they're great. They're small steps leading to a bigger problem. They're chipping away at the main problem, but we're still behind. California is the #1 ranked state for gun safety. Colorado's number 11. They have us beat on almost everything. They have more prevention, from assault weapons being prohibited, to micro-tracking on handguns, to training periods to purchase a gun, mental health records, and sale records sent to law enforcement. These are things that Colorado doesn't have. These are things that should be kind of known and kind of basic to gun safety. These are things that can prevent this or make sure that whoever does this is tracked better. Training required to purchase a gun and mental health records would help so many school shootings, would help children not fear a gun, not know what a school shooting is. But we're also not that bad. We're in the middle. Louisiana, on the other hand, has almost no regulations for the guns. You don't need a background check. You don't even need a concealed carry permit. There's no shoot first law. Secure storage / child access prevention required doesn't exist there. On the other hand, Colorado does have it. In this case, may not have been as followed. Could be more heavily regulated. But in Louisiana, there's no law about it. assault weapons are prohibited. Consumer safety, dealer's license isn't required. You could get your gun from anywhere. Ghost guns are allowed there. There is zero to very little regulation of gun safety in Louisiana. They are ranked 34th out of 50 in the United States. So, although we're making progress, we're in a good spot right now, but we can do so much more. In 2026, there are some laws about gun safety being passed. There is the law that is trying to be passed about assault weapons being prohibited. So we're making progress, and these small steps are chipping away at the bigger problem. But right now, a family is waiting for their child's recovery, and the whole community is standing with them.